Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Tonight's story is one I experienced myself, a Halloween tale that started as harmless decoration and turned into something decidedly real. If you like stories of the unexpected and the strangely supernatural, you'll want to stay through this one. So, a few years ago I moved into a small house in a quiet suburban neighborhood. The house had good bones but needed a bit of love. One October, I decided to go all out for Halloween, because why not? It seemed like a fun way to meet neighbors and bring some life to the place. I spent a Saturday afternoon buying decorations, plastic skeletons in different poses, a fake wrought iron graveyard fence I set along the front yard, tombstones with funny inscriptions, better late than dead, R.I.P. calories, a fog machine, orange and purple string lights. I arranged everything so that, in the evening, from the street it looked like a mini graveyard under a full moon glow. Neighbors were commenting. "Wow, you went big," someone said. I grinned and said, "Just wait till the fog comes on." I had also placed one skeleton in the front window, sit-up position, head tilted, looking out the glass. It felt spooky, but fun. That night, after I'd finished setting things up, I invited a few friends over for hot cider and to enjoy the scene. We turned on the fog machine. Lights pulsed. The skeletons cast odd shadows. All was good. Around 10 p.m., friends left. I shut a few lights and left the skeleton in the front window glowing faintly with the string lights behind it. I went inside, thought about calling it a night, but then I heard a sound. A soft thump, and then what sounded like rattling. I walked back to the front room, window facing the yard. The skeleton, I thought it was the same one, was now leaning forward more, as if it had shifted. I blinked. Maybe I was tired. The window looked fogged by the machine. I stood there a moment, then shrugged and went upstairs. Next morning, in daylight, I checked the yard. The tombstones were still. The skeletons sat exactly as I'd placed them. Everything appeared normal. I chalked the noise up to wind. Maybe the skeleton's plastic joints had loosened and it shifted. That night, I forgot to run the fog machine but left the lights. Around midnight, I woke to the same rattling sound, this time stronger. I crept to the front window. The skeleton in the window was gone. The one I'd placed there, no sign. I opened the front door. And there, it stood in the yard, near one of the graveyard fences, as if it had fallen out of the window and landed there, but in a different pose. Its head tilted differently, its arms bent. There were no tracks, no footprints. The grass was undisturbed. I felt a shiver. I picked it up, carried it back, repositioned it in the window. I thought maybe someone had come by, unscrewed it, but that didn't make sense. No signs of tampering. Over the next few nights, the phenomena grew. One evening, I woke to the sound of many small clicks and scrapes. I went to the window and peered out into the yard. The skeletons in the yard, about half of them, were arranged around the tombstones in circle-like groups, facing inward, as though holding a meeting. I froze. That arrangement had never been mine. I stepped outside very quietly to inspect. Nothing else was different. Lights still on, fog machine off. But the skeletons were now, despite being anchored in place, tilted, turned slightly, their limbs rearranged. I touched one. The plastic was cold enough to be rigid, not soft from heat. I felt goosebumps. Now I wondered if it was pranksters. But I live in a quiet neighborhood. No one came near at midnight. Also, if someone were messing around, they would leave footprints, or I would hear footsteps. I hadn't. I started filming with my phone, just to document in case. I positioned the camera outside, pointing at the yard. Next morning, I reviewed the footage. In the middle of the night, about 3:17 a.m., there is a faint shimmering in the graveyard lamplight. Then one skeleton appears to shift. Its joint clicks audibly. I froze the frame. The shift is very slight. Arm swings forward about an inch. My hair stood on end. That night, determined, I decided to stay up, camera in hand, lights low. I sat inside the living room, window facing the yard, recording. Around 2:45 a.m., the same soft rattling started. Fog machine hadn't been turned on. I didn't see silhouettes at first. Then, a dim mist, maybe from the neighbor's air conditioner, drifted, and in it I saw one skeleton rise slightly, as if its skeleton hip joint clicked. It twisted a bit, then moved forward toward a tombstone. I gasped. It moved. Slowly, almost glacial. Then another and another. They formed a line, slowly walking. Plastic skeletons, walking. I watched, heart pounding. It lasted about 20 seconds, then the lights flickered. I swear I saw a flicker. Next moment they snapped back into normal positions, silent. The camera caught something. A shimmer, like heat wave distortion, around each skeleton as it moved. I reviewed it later, zooming in. It's uncanny. I felt like I was living inside a Halloween decoration kit that came alive. I don't know why. My best guess is I unknowingly disturbed something old when setting up the graveyard display. The soil, the headstones, maybe there were bones underneath, or energy of Halloween mixed with yard artifacts. I may never know. The next day I decided, I want this story told, but I also wanted peace. I removed half the display, packed some skeletons away, turned off the fog and lights early, and after that, the movement stopped. The rattling is gone. The yard is quiet. So there you have it, a Halloween decoration that turned real. The plastic skeletons were just props, until they weren't. If you ever set up a big spooky display, maybe think twice. Sometimes the decorations might just decide to join the party. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, hit like, subscribe, and comment below if you'd like more true Halloween tales. Stay safe, and maybe keep an eye on your skeletons.